Okay, so this is going to be a reading for Sagittarius, and right away, Sagittarius, I'm seeing that to whoever I'm speaking to right now, you may be working on manifesting some type of goal or vision that could be taking a long time to bring to fruition. Now, Spirit is emphasizing here with the Magician and the Knight of Pentacles that you're bringing something down from the heavens. So maybe you've had a vision of something and you're starting to bring it into the 3D, and the speed at which that's taking could be stressing you out with the Ten of Wands. Now, the overall energy for the reading is the Eight of Swords, so you could be feeling a bit stuck in your head, or maybe you're not seeing things clearly because of some anxieties that you're having around this. And with the Temperance card, the Ten of Cups, and the Ace of Swords as the clarifying cards here, Spirit's coming in to give you some insight and some wisdom and some clarity into what's actually going on in this situation, and to kind of show you that things may be going better than you even realize. They're just taking a long time. So it could take you a while to see that things are going well because it may not be playing out in the way that you expect, or it could just be taking longer than you expect. Now, with the oracle cards that I pulled, we have comparison, postponement, and isolation. So you may be comparing yourself a lot to other people who have walked a similar path, who have appeared to walk a similar path. Maybe there are other people who have accomplished the thing that you're trying to accomplish, or who have brought their visions down to earth, and you're kind of comparing yourself to those people. But as you do this, this actually sort of brings in a feeling of isolation from other people. It may make you feel disconnected from your own path or from yourself, or it could just kind of postpone the process or drag out the process longer because you are actually kind of isolating yourself from feelings of connectedness when you compare yourself to other people. So there's a way that we can connect ourselves to other people and look at other people and feel their joy and feel their success and say, wow, maybe I can share in that success, or maybe that can happen for me. Or there's a way that we can compare ourselves to other people and say, why am I not there yet? Why am I not as good as that person, or as talented, or whatever it is? And those sort of anxieties actually end up isolating us from the people who might be most similar to us, or the people who have the most in common with us, or who have walked these paths, who maybe we should be in connection with rather than separate from. And so if you are someone who's comparing yourself to other people, it's a gentle reminder from Spirit that there are different ways that we can connect to other people, and you can choose. Do you want to compare yourself to others, or do you want to be more in connection with others from a place of positivity, abundance, and being happy for other people? And with the Rebel on the bottom of the Oracle card deck, I see that you kind of may need to step out of your usual routine, or rebel from the status quo, or from what you consider to be your typical way of doing things, in order to kind of take a bird's eye view and look down on the situation from a different perspective, and possibly even pursue different courses of action, or take on different perspectives as you embark on this path. Now, if this reading is resonating with you, please take a second to like and subscribe. The more energy that you exchange with the video and with the channel, the more energy we'll be able to connect with me as I manifest future messages for you. So I really appreciate your support, your presence as a co-creator in this message. And yeah, let's get into the reading. Let's get into the tarot. So like I said, in the recent past, we had the Magician, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands. So something that you're manifesting maybe is taking longer than you're expecting, and it comes through as a bit of a burden for you of, why is this taking so long, or why isn't this happening sort of the way that I want it to happen? And in the current energy, we have the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. So that's quite an abundant energy for you, very positive. You're looking very self-assured here in the center of the reading as the Nine of Pentacles. You're well on your way to completing whatever this is. You could feel really proud of yourself with the Nine of Cups, pretty content of like, yes, I'm almost there. I have what it takes. With the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups on either side of you, it's like you have built up a ton of really positive energy that is now culminating, and you're just kind of, it's almost like the universe is handing you that 10th cup, that Ace of Cups here. So some type of blessing of abundance or support from the universe. This could come through other people, especially if you have felt kind of alone on your journey at this time, or you have felt like you kind of had to handle everything by yourself. It's almost like the universe steps in and brings you a helping hand, a sort of recognition of how much you have achieved and how much you have accomplished. And so it looks very positive, very abundant. For many of you, this could be in the form of new love or just the love of people around you. For others of you, this could just be an energy of positivity. For others of you, this could be material abundance or, material resources, money, opportunities, that type of thing. Let's take a look here. And then in the near future, I see something coming in for you quite quickly. A lot of support in the material realm as well, with the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Cups. So that's an energy of possibly a long-standing commitment or someone making a commitment to you, offering some type of support to you. And it comes in very quickly. It seems to be rushing towards you or you're rushing towards it. So this could be, for many of you, an increase in pay, in salary, but also I see someone bringing you even more support, or other people bringing you more support here. So we're going to dive into these energies, and let's take a look at the Magician in the recent past for what it is that you've been manifesting. The Knight of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Empress. So that's interesting because we have the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles in the recent past and in the future here. So whatever it is that you're manifesting, it's something that may be very clear to you. It's something that you can envision every part of it, or you can see every part of it. And for many of you, what you're manifesting is just a lot of money or some type of security or stability in your life. You're building a really strong foundation, and it's almost like you're rushing towards it, or it's coming to meet you and you're coming to meet it, and you kind of collide with this destination of long-term fulfillment, stability, all of that. And it looks very positive, and it also looks like something that is very supportive to your energy here with the Empress. It's something that makes you feel loved. It makes you feel empowered. It could be something that helps you feel like you're loving yourself, or by engaging in this, you feel like you're supporting yourself, and you kind of, it marks the completion of a goal. And I see you rushing towards it quite quickly. But in the recent past, maybe it wasn't coming through so quickly with the Knight of Pentacles. Let's take a look at the Knight of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Six of Wands. This comes through as something that you had a strong belief in. Maybe you could see in your mind's eye what this would be, and it's you knew without a shadow of doubt that this is meant for you, that this is going to feel really good. This could, for some of you, have to do with your reputation, or with kind of giving and receiving love energies with other people, or supportive energies with other people. And I see you kind of, in the recent past, you stepped out on this path, and it's looking like you received a lot of support, but at the same time, it may not have moved as quickly as you wanted it to, or maybe it just didn't come to fruition. Or maybe for some of you, there's just a sense of needing more money right now, and the money hasn't come through, but you know it's going to come through in the future. For others of you, it's there could be something kind of time sensitive about whatever it is, and you're kind of waiting for things to change. With the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, you're waiting for a switch in the energy, or for things to kind of take off. And there could be a little bit of stress in your energy around, is this really going to come through? And if so, when? And with Temperance, the Ten of Cups, and the Ace of Swords in the overall energy here, Spirit is really reminding you that good things take time, but that just because they take time doesn't mean they're not coming in. So something's coming in for you here, and it looks really joyous, and it kind of comes through without a shadow of doubt. This is definitely happening. It just may take more time than you're expecting. And that comes through as something that makes you pretty anxious here, with the Moon at the bottom of the deck and the Ten of Wands. So some type of sort of heavy energy around needing this to come through, or wanting this to come through. You look a little bit rushed in terms of how you're thinking about accomplishing this, but then in the material world, it doesn't quite come through as quickly as you would want it to. So let's take a look at the 10 of Wands. Knight of Cups, King of Cups, the Hierophant. Yeah, there's this feeling of like wanting to be at the finish line already, or like wanting to provide a resolution to whatever it is that you are doing. You could be putting some pressure on yourself to really show up to this with your whole self or your whole heart or like all of your energy, and to really make like a huge commitment to this. And whatever this is, it's something that you care a lot about. It comes through as something that you're very passionate about. For many of you, this may be something that you're creating here. And whatever your creation is, it could be something that you kind of see as your baby, or, you know, your brainchild, or like your ultimate sort of like passion project. And there's this question within you of, you know, am I doing enough here? Am I showing up to this enough, to this idea? Am I committing to it enough that I'm going to execute it well enough? And you could just be putting a lot of pressure on yourself because it's taking a long time, but it's something that you really deeply desire. The Two of Swords came out here, so there's some things that you're not seeing, and I kind of see that as being about how much you actually do have, and there could actually be quite a bit here that Spirit is asking you to recognize and be grateful for. But the Nine of Pentacles in the center of the reading as your energy, it's very much a feeling of like you actually have accomplished quite a bit, and you should really be quite proud of yourself, but you may not be seeing how much you've actually accomplished and how much you've actually persevered and been through in order to accomplish all of this. And so there's this feeling from Spirit that they want you to recognize that and really give yourself a very meaningful pat on the back, and kind of try to manifest more from a place of gratitude and acceptance, rather than from this place of like stress and lack and I'm not doing enough here, to kind of relieve some of those burdensome feelings, because you actually have accomplished quite a bit, and it looks like a lot of that you accomplished very much by yourself. So that's something you should be proud of. Let's take a look at that Nine of Pentacles energy. The Fool, the Four of Cups, the Eight of Swords. There's this feeling of like you've accomplished so much and you've achieved so much, and you really have what it takes to go forth and do this. But with the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck and then the Five of Swords, you really may not be seeing how much you do have and how many resources you have at your disposal. For many of you, you may not have as much money in your bank account as you would like, and so you tell yourself that you're poor or you're living in poverty, when actually you may have, you know, more money than many people around you, or you may be able to use that money in a useful way or something like that. And there's this feeling of, you know, you should be able to just kind of take off towards this and feel really free and feel really light and abundant, because there's a lot of abundant energy around you. But then your mind kind of gets in the way, and you think about how it's taking too long, and you begin comparing yourself to other people, and you ask yourself if you're doing enough, and it kind of pulls you away from the truth of it, which is that you've actually done quite a bit, and you do quite a bit, and you're very strong and you're very capable. And so you can kind of let your hair down here with the Fool, and allow yourself to you know, move past some of these anxieties. And many of you, you know, are already doing that or have done that kind of over and over again. You may be deciding to do that right now, or at sort of a key juncture in your journey where you're really beginning to let go of some of those anxieties. And as soon as you let go of those anxieties, it's like even more abundance kind of comes in there for you. Let's take a look at the Nine of Cups. Knight of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Seven of Wands. Yeah, there's actually a lot of things to celebrate in your life right now. But again, when you start to focus on how long it's taking, it distracts you from the present moment and from being really excited and joyful with what you actually have going on here. With the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck, that's just confirmation that you have many things to be happy about and to be proud of. Specifically with how much work you've put into this, or how much work you've put into yourself, into your growth. And that possibly, you know, certain things in your life ended or came to an end with the Death card here. And you kind of kept going and you kept persevering, and now some seeds that you've planted are really coming into fruition, and you could be looking at the seeds and they're blossoming into sort of these budding flowers, and you're saying, why haven't they fully blossomed? Why haven't they reached full growth? When really you have some beautiful plants that are very strong in their early years, and it's time for you to appreciate, that so much has already taken place here. And there's a message from Spirit to really stop looking at the timing of things and like how long it's taking, because time does not exist at the level of energy, right? Like you can feel certain energies at any time, and it may not make necessarily like concrete sense in a logical type of way, but it's still, that energy is still very present and for the taking. And if you get kind of bogged down in our sense of earthly timing and this needs to be done by this time and all of that, you get distracted away from the energies that are actually present for you in the moment. So it's a message about staying present as much as you can and staying grateful for sure. And then as soon as you do that, I see Spirit coming in and offering a lot of support and help here with the Ace of Cups, and kind of giving you that extra little push that you need to make it to the finish line with whatever this is, and to feel a lot more confident, a lot more abundant. Many of you are going to be having more supports coming in around this. Let's take a look at the Ace of Cups. Wheel of Fortune, Five of Wands, the Moon. Whatever it is that you are really deeply fearing and like struggling with here, there's going to be support coming in to show you that you don't need to struggle with that. Now, for many of you, those are going to be sort of different things. For some of you, that could be financially related to this. For some of you, it could just be like a fear of failure. For others of you, it could just be like a fear of the unknown, of being like, things really haven't gone well for me up until this point. How do I know? Like, how can I trust that everything's going to be okay? And Spirit wants you to kind of give yourself a lot of love when you start feeling that heavy, sort of anxious, tired, burnt out energy. There's going to be love coming in for you that's going to kind of move you away from those energies of struggle and fear, but it's also an energy that you're going to have to kind of step into and change, and like lend yourself more love and more care in that area. Let's get 3 more cards for the Ace of Cups. Judgment, Temperance, the Tower. Yeah, you're going to have to make this change and kind of have the self-discipline with the Emperor at the bottom of the deck to like self-regulate, or like calm yourself and tell yourself what you need to hear. Sometimes you're your best supporter, and if you're telling yourself, oh my God, I don't know how things are going to go, and it's going to be really difficult, or maybe I won't have everything that I need, that's going to be the energy that you focus on. And Spirit's asking you to be more loving and gentle in terms of how you speak to yourself on a deeper level, like almost like in your subconscious. Like, what are the long-standing insecurities that you have that may be blocking you from feeling all of the joy in your life? And how can you kind of interrupt those feelings with the Tower here, and kind of intervene in your own sort of narrative and say, wait, what if we saw it in a different way, and kind of shifted the perspective around that. Now let's take a look at the future. Like I said, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, which is very interesting, because that came out in terms of what you're trying to manifest here. So I do see you manifesting whatever it is that you want and actually rushing towards that. And I see your manifestation rushing towards you as well. As soon as you kind of really go for it and put it out into the universe and, step into that more grateful energy, it's like this kind of comes in right away. And there are even supportive energies around you to kind of meet you there with the Two of Cups. So this could be a love relationship in your life. This could be a friendship, or it could just be in general other people coming to meet you and your manifestation kind of rushing to meet you where you're at in the near future. So if you're putting a lot of stress and anxiety on yourself to force things into place or to really like make this work in a certain way, you may be forcing it a little bit too hard, and you may need to leave some room for the universe to step in and to give you sort of the love and the support that you need. Because you don't, even if you feel super alone and you feel like everything I've ever done, I've done it by myself, the universe has actually always been there around you, within you, outside of you. And it's been an energy that has moved you along on your path and that you've been co-creating with. And I see that you need to maybe make some room for the universe to support you and to, possibly surprise you in terms of what it's capable of delivering on this manifestation. So let's take a look at the 10 of Pentacles in the near future. Whatever you're building, it comes to this sort of finalized point, and it could be ready for use. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but it's like if you've taken all these photos and you really want to share them with the world, it's like finally you have a gallery exhibition to put them up. Or if you've been working on closing a deal, it's like that deal closes and it's better than you could have even imagined. And for many of you, this is just like maybe a commitment that you've been working on with another person or with yourself. If you're in, recovery from some type of like substance abuse or something like that, it's like you may finally hit a point where you just feel, more consistency in terms of your recovery journey, things like that. Let's take a look at the 10 of Pentacles. Two of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. This could very much have to do with another person with the Two of Cups, some type of relationship that you could be building or some type of commitment to someone else that you could be building. Let's take another look at that. Show me the Two of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. The Hierophant, the 9 of Cups, the Emperor. Ooh, yeah, there's some type of commitment that you can trust that comes in very strongly and says, I will support you, I will be there for you. You don't have to worry because you can lean on me. And for many of you with the 9 of Cups in the center of your reading, you may have kind of pushed, or not the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles. You may have kind of pushed this energy away or thought, I'm doing fine by myself, I can just kind of continue by myself. And this other energy kind of almost pushes its way in and says, hey, I want you, like I want to commit to you. And for many of you, this could be a romantic relationship, but for others of you, this could be a partnership of any kind or just support of any kind from another person that really wants to be supportive and wants to support you on this path. And it comes in pretty unexpectedly with the Tower at the bottom of the deck, wanting to give you something and wondering if you're going to accept whatever it has to give you. Let's take a look at the Knight of Swords. It's coming in very quickly. And like I said, pretty suddenly. Many of you may not have seen this coming. Six of Wands, Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. What else can you show me about the Knight of Swords? There's a change that comes in and it may kind of boost your confidence or make you feel a lot more confident. And it's like all of a sudden you really don't have to worry. Like a sign comes in that really shows you like, oh, actually I might be really good at this, or I might really have all of this together, or I really know what I'm doing. And all of a sudden like the pathway sort of becomes clear for you and you don't really have to doubt the pace at which it's going. So for some of you, this could be a love connection where maybe things were moving really slowly and now it feels like, oh, like this is actually happening. For others of you, this could be like a job or a project that you've been working on that for years, maybe it didn't seem like it was turning into anything. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, I can like really feel very confident about this and I can feel really supported by whatever this energy is. But it comes in really suddenly. And it's almost like you wonder if it's like too good to be true. Like, can I really trust this? Can I really rely on this? And so it could even cause you some anxiety because you're like, wait a second, how is this just all of a sudden right here? Um, and it could be like such a beautiful, shining thing that you just kind of want to rush towards it. And you have all these questions, and you're like, wait, do I have to hold on? Do I have to hold back? Like, can I really rely on how good this is? But it looks very good and very supportive, and it's going to kind of require you to leave some of your anxieties that maybe you had in the past. Maybe you didn't believe that things could be this good, or maybe you didn't believe that things could turn out this good. And when you had those thoughts with the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck, you silently kind of rejected things from ever actually being that good because you just didn't believe that they could be. And now it comes in and it kind of rocks your world and says, well, you better believe it, because it's happening right now. For some of you, you may already be experiencing this energy. For others of you, it's an energy that has been kind of delayed and is only just coming in the near future. Let's take a look at the Two of Cups. The Sun, the Two of Wands, the World. For many of you, you may feel like you found your divine counterpart, or you may feel like the thing that you've been waiting for in this whole experience has finally come through, and it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like the sun shines down. It's like you get your moment in the sun finally, and you don't have to wonder anymore. It's just abundantly clear, and you can just enjoy it, and that's it. You know, there's no lingering doubts, there's no lingering questions, any of that. We're getting a lot of air, as well as Sagittarius and Leo energy. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be significant. Sagittarius and Leo could also be significant. But, you know, for many of you, those signs could mean nothing, and that's fine too. I'm just pointing out the energies that I see. But yeah, I see that everything that you've been waiting for, everything that you've been looking for, all of a sudden it's just there. It's fully formed. It feels really good. It feels really supportive. And this is going to come through either through the universe or through another person who's a part of the universe. Just a supportive energy that kind of comes to meet you, and you don't even have to worry. You don't even have to doubt. And so really it's just about, are you ready to receive that energy? Are you stuck in your head? Are you doubting this energy is real? Are you doubting that it's possible? Because the energy may be postponed because you're not ready to receive it. And so if you're not ready to receive it, the energy is not going to come to meet you. But it's trying to come to meet you, and it's on its way to meet you, and it's really just about, are you really there and ready? With the Page of Swords and the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, you may not even be able to envision what this is going to look like fully fleshed out. And so, you know, when it shows up, you may not really even be expecting it. So really positive reading, some things that you may not be seeing here about how good this is actually going to get, and that you actually don't have to carry it all on your own. Let's get 3 cards of advice from the universe. Your advice from the universe, again, is to rest from searching for the finish line or looking for the finish line. Try as much as possible to stay in the present, to stay grounded, to stay in your body, and to calm those thoughts about when is this going to be complete, or when am I going to get there, or when are we going to commit, or when are we going to reach that finish line with whatever this is, and just allow yourself to rest mentally. And the more that you allow yourself to rest mentally, the more space is going to open up for this beautiful sort of blessing to come towards you. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much. I hope this helped. I hope it resonated, and I'll see you next time.